Hess News Radio, WRVA, the voice of Virginia.
Downtown rolling past Capitol Square, Chesterfield grind and everybody's there. Headlights moving only all the arrows. Rich has your back while the morning rolls. Wake up with Rich and win the day. Don't spend your morning playing catch up. Richmond's morning news keeps you on your way. 8 a.m. now in the day.
All right, it's 8:04 this morning on Richmond's Morning News. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on News Radio WRVA and bringing us along with you. And again, we remind everybody, you either listen to Richmond's Morning News or you spend the rest of the day playing catch-up. So, in case you missed it so far this morning, Captain Brett Sadler joined us. Heritage Foundation, U.S. Navy, retired. Kind of walk through what's going on in Iran right now. You're probably going to see a little bit of a spike in the price of oil, but the United States is now committed to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. And we kind of went back and forth through the difference between the toll that the Iranians had been imposing upon people. Hey, you have to pay a toll, otherwise we're going to lob missiles at your ship. And what the U.S. is asking for is we will guarantee your safe navigation, but you're going to have to defer the cost. And I wonder when we're going to see more NATO countries join this, because although it's a worldwide oil supply, the majority of their oil comes through the Strait of Hormuz, where America's more energy independent, and we get a lot from Venezuela now. We'll see who ends up paying for this, the cost of keeping the strait open. All right. With that being said, text message line open, and it is hopping this morning, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Hey, quick reminder, we are having a golf tournament. Jeff Katz and I and our friends at the Fan, our sister station, want you to come to see us to benefit Tunnel of Towers. Excuse me. We're having a golf tournament coming up on the 22nd. On the 22nd at the Hunting Hawk Golf Club in Ashland. We're going to raise money for this great charity that steps up whenever there's a service member that dies in the line of duty, or a first responder, fire, police. They step up right away and they pay off the mortgage of that fallen hero. They build adaptable homes for those that were injured in the line of duty, and now they're paying off. They're paying tuition bills for the children of the fallen. They are pretty amazing people. Like I said, a friend of mine's son was in a Osprey helicopter accident, lost his life. They stepped right up, I think within a week, paid off their mortgage for the Marine pilot that unfortunately sacrificed his life in defense of our country. They're good people, and I'm very proud that we're going to raise money to support their wonderful cause. So mark it on your calendar, September 22nd, Hunting Hawk Golf Club in Ashland, and you can go to WRVA.com. Big old logo up there. Swing for Heroes is the name of our golf event. I need you to come play. Let's raise money for this great charity. And again, Jeff Katz and I are both going to be out there, and our friends from 910 The Fan. So please support this wonderful, wonderful charity, Tunnel of Towers. All right, let's take a look at Richmond's Morning News Brief this morning. Our biggest story of the day, the United States will now be the guardians ensuring safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Here's the latest from Fox News.
Number 1.
This is the third consecutive night of U.S. strikes against Iran to stop them from attacking ships going through the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. forces successfully striking a submarine and ship maintenance facility in Iran, marking the first time American forces have employed sea drones in combat operations.
We're knocking out all of their offensive capability, and we're controlling the straits. We're putting the blockade back.
Trump also said the U.S. will be known as the guardian of the Hormuz Strait, and that the U.S. will be reimbursed 20% on all cargo shipped to cover the necessary costs of providing safety and security to this very volatile section of the world.
All right, that's the latest from Fox News. And again, we're keeping our eye on everything. If anything breaks, we'll bring it to you here on News Radio WRVA. Story number 2, Virginia is going solar.
Number 2.
Welcome to Virginia, Fornia. Welcome to the Commonwealth, where nobody read the fine print, but everybody voted A.
All right. The governor announces that we are going to have a solar panel program in the Commonwealth, and you could save $2,000 a year on your Dominion energy bill. That's great. But as I've seen this playbook before, I'll remind everybody there's no such thing as a free lunch. Honstoffel. How do you get that $2,000 savings? By spending maybe $22,000 if you're paying out of your pocket for a solar panel system. Or you have a third party go in there and you buy the electricity from them and you never own it. Or you put it on a credit card and you end up paying interest on that solar panel. So altogether, let's just say you had money in your pocket. You go, okay, $22,000 is what the solar panels cost. That's not including the battery. Battery is another probably $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. We'll just keep the basic $22,000. At a $2,000 savings, you will have to wait 12 to 14 years to pay that off to actually see that net savings. It's not as easy as everyone would have you see. But again, I keep asking, if we're so desperate for electricity in this Commonwealth, why are we not building more power plants? Why are we not looking at small reactors? Why are we not doing more? Why is energy so high? Because there's a scarcity of it. How do you stop that? I don't know. Create more energy. Create more electricity. Create more power plants. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? All right, story number 3. Interesting article came out in Axios about the marijuana laws in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Number 3.
All right. Virginia's legal weed market, it's about to shake up the DMV up north. So I don't know if you knew this. For years, Virginians have crossed into D.C. and Maryland to buy their legal Mary Jane. That all changes on July 1st, 2027. Now, D.C. and Maryland dispensaries have relied on Virginia customers and people driving up from the Carolinas to help boost sales. But now they're worried Virginia legalization is a double-edged sword. According to the district cannabis director, she's concerned that Virginians will stay home to buy their legal marijuana. This whole thing is a mess. And by the way, we're going to talk in just a couple of minutes with Tom Garrett. We talk to him every Tuesday, our Capitol Square insider, if you will. I'm not letting this thing go. If you missed the show yesterday, the new marijuana laws that we have, thank you very much to the Democrats and Louise Lucas and all the rest, have wiped out the carve-out for CBD oil for people with Dravet syndrome, with severe forms of epilepsy. And the flippant remark coming back from the Democratic side is, well, they can just go get it somewhere else. No, they can't. So we have people now that depend on CBD oil to survive severe forms of epilepsy and seizures. And the Democrats got rid of that carve out in order to open up legal marijuana shops. There are actually children in the Commonwealth of Virginia that will suffer because of you shoving this bill in and not even knowing what you were doing into the budget. And talk about that coming up. I'm not letting this one go. All right, story number 4. The home run derby that some of us could see, Super Dave Ayler couldn't.
Number 4.
One more to tie, 2 to win it. We are tied! Oh, man! Jordan Walker can upend the whole thing as one of the longest shots on the board with a home run right here. Is that enough? Jordan Walker wins it! Come on, baby!
All right, Jordan Walker wins the home run derby, beating the hometown hero, Kyle Schwarber. The final round was great, but just to get there was, oh my gosh. Somebody told me, you don't understand baseball. No, I understand baseball. What I don't understand is a bunch of hype that goes into it. That thing just took forever. I had no shot of staying up late enough to watch that. If then it was on Netflix, which a lot of people don't have. Come on, baseball, just give me the game. I know I sound like little old man. You kids get off my lawn with your long hair and your rock and roll music, but seriously, just play the game, will you? Anyway, that's my fourth big story of the morning. And the fifth big story of the morning, which is getting me into a lot of trouble today. Hey, the worst drivers in America is actually your cousin from Boston.
Number 5.
Allstate released their annual study of the best and worst drivers in the country based on accident rates. Brownsville, Texas, right next to the border, has the best drivers, and the worst are in Boston. In fact, 5 of the cities with the worst drivers are Boston, D.C., Baltimore, Worcester, Mass., and Springfield, Mass., where my wife is from and her family still lives. Best cities in America: Brownsville, Fort Collins, Colorado, Boise, Idaho, Laredo, Texas, Cary, North Carolina, Madison, Wisconsin, McAllen, Texas, Colorado Springs, Eugene, Oregon, and I don't know how to say this town in Kansas, but those are the best. You notice that of the worst drivers, I think they're all red cities. The best, or blue cities, and the worst drivers are all from red city states. I saw I throw that out there for you. Anyway, that's your Richmond morning news brief. All right, coming up on the program, Tom Garrett will join us. I've got a big bone to pick with him of what the General Assembly's done. So we'll do that coming up here in just a few moments. Hey, today's program is brought to you by our friends at Men's Wellness Center. So I've been saying this for a long time.